Hi, my name is Juby, known as Wazulu on YouTube, and I've been on YouTube, wow, almost since its beginning. I produce a weekly television show called Genesis Week, as well as a host of different videos on YouTube like my Creation Evolution Rants, and I'm excited to be joining Christianima, especially to be on the lead wave of this brand spanking new network. It's a huge experiment for me, and I admit I took a risk. I did my homework on networks, investigating the pros and the cons, and after a lot of prayer and consideration decided that it seemed to have very few cons and plenty of pros. Now, not only does it appear that all of the pros have been true, there was a pile of pros about joining the network that I didn't even know about until after joining. So talk about icing on the cake. It turns out I had all these special features, such as like scheduled live streaming via YouTube. And Christianima isn't just for networking with other Christian producers on YouTube. They truly do want to seek and glorify the Lord in all that they do, and they want to help you glorify God in all that you do. They're setting up workshops, for example, where people can share their expertise on everything from quality video production to YouTube tips and tricks to the question that every YouTube producer asks: how do I get more viewership? How do I get paid? Etc. They have a forum dedicated to the members where we can chat among ourselves, support one another, pray for one another, talk technology and artistry and ideas and such. So it goes way above and beyond what I've seen other networks do. Now, I have to be honest, I know this will be on the minds of those considering joining Christianima because it was on my mind. I mean, when Stephen first invited me to join the network, he was like, as a basic partner on YouTube, you are getting pennies on the dollar compared to what you would earn with Christianima, you know. And, of course, he can't give any hard figures for the simple fact that there are just too many variables on how much one makes via advertising revenue on YouTube. And, oh, by the way, you have to sign a 3-year contract and just take his word for it that you'll actually make more. But I figured, oh well, what have I got to lose? So I took a chance, and I am happy to report that there was a substantial increase in my advertising revenues since joining the network. And in hindsight, this makes a lot of sense for a couple of reasons. You need to understand, you now have a network going to bat for you with advertisers. Advertisers recognize that, hey, if you're good enough to be on YouTube, on a YouTube network, I mean, there's like, what, less than 10 networks on YouTube last I checked? Well, if you're good enough to be on a network, then you are good enough to advertise with. And so one of the reasons for increase in revenue has been because the advertisers are paying premium rates to advertise on your videos. And Christianima is going out there, getting advertisers, and many advertisers want their ads associated with clean, wholesome producers. A lot of YouTubers get a lot of views, but the producer and production is horribly offensive and perhaps sending a message that advertisers shy away from. So once again, being part of a network of the kind of producers that Christianima has attracts advertisers who are much more keen on spending real advertising dollars on your videos. Now, it's not all about the money. I mean, I'm not on YouTube because of the money, but there is several points to be made here. I live the life of faith. My ministry is all that I do. So the money is important because I got to eat and have bills to pay too. But another thing about joining a network is the viewership you gain. There's a synergy. McDonald's, Burger Thing, and all the fast food restaurants park right on each other's door because they know they all get more business that way through the synergy. Well, the more producers we have in Christianima, the more viewers wind up watching the other productions on Christianima, and we actually help each other maximize our effectiveness and outreach to the masses with the gospel message.